So before we start riding, we've got to get on. So before I do that, I just want to make sure everything is in good working order. My front cinch is tight, but it's not really tight on his belly. And the back cinch is a little bit looser, but still tight enough there he can't get hung up in it. So I'm going to use the mounting block. He's a little bit older, so I'm just trying to be nice to his back. So I'm going to step up here, and before I get on, I want to make sure my saddle's in the proper position before I get on. I'm going to move it just a little bit back and forth. Next, I'm going to put my left foot in the stirrup. I'm going to put my right arm over my saddle. I'm going to step up, hold my weight there for a second, make sure he's okay. Swing my right leg over, make sure my right hand is always on the front of the saddle before the horn, and slowly sit down. My feet are in my stirrups, uncrossing my reins, and now we're ready and prepared to ride. All right, guys, so before we head out on the trail, there's a few things that we need to cover to keep us all safe. Now that we're on our horses, the first 15 to 20 minutes is the most important. That time is used to make sure we can break our horses' feet loose, to be able to stop, steer, move their front end across, and their hind end. So now I'm going to show you how to stop. So when we stop, we're going to change the rhythm in our hands, move our pelvis forward, and exhale deep. So I'm going to walk and then I'm going to stop to demonstrate. So you just want to keep soft, subtle movements. So next, to back up, I'm going to move in rhythm with his feet. So as the left rein is connected to his left hind foot, my right rein is connected to his right hind foot. So I'm going to change the rhythm in my hands, and as his foot leaves the ground, my hand is coming up. So you're not going to seesaw. You don't want to do that to their mouth. It's just slight movement. Keeping my hands wide and apart, waiting for his head to come down.
Go.
All right, guys, so to steer, I'm going to move him forward. To turn to the left, as we talked about earlier, our left rein is connected to his left hind feet. I'm going to reach down, bring the rein to my back pocket, and have him stop. I'm going to make sure he backs up a couple steps, and then I'm going to bring his front feet across, and then ask him to stop. This is just to help him figure out where to put his feet, and it's very useful when we're out on the trail, and if we come across a wild deer or something spooks him, we know how to steer safely. So next I'm going to show you guys some things that we always work on just to make sure the horses are safe both in and out of the ring. These are great exercises to work on to make sure they stay safe on the trail in case you ever get close to a ledge or a cliff. You just want to make sure you're moving them safely and making sure their reins are connected to their feet. So the first exercise I'm going to do is walk down the rail, turn him into the fence, and make sure his hind end crosses under and he stops straight. He's going to pick a spot on the fence. Stop. The next part of this exercise, I'm going to make sure I can see his left eye, and I'm going to back him 180 degrees so we're facing the center of the ring. So I'm going to make sure I see his left eye and start backing, moving my left leg slightly back. Stopping straight. So the next part of this exercise in moving them safely, I'm going to bring his front feet across. So to do this, we're going to prepare the position for the transition. We're going to bring the weight back. I'm going to keep my right rein pulling back, my left rein open, my left leg open, and using my right leg to move him over. We're always stopping, backing a few steps. Make sure we're always staying straight. Waiting for his nose to come down. One last thing we can work on before we head out on the trail is side passing over so we can open a gate. We may come through different pastures and different fences that have gates on it, and it's good to know to be able to go through it without having to get off. So I'm going to ask my horse to walk forward, and then I'm just keeping my hands open and using my legs to move him over, just my right leg.